Good evening. Horror and chaos to be to you in the name of RUNIE Ruse. Now, lunatics will welcome one another as I shall welcome you. Hi, hi. Hello. Hello. I barely made it, oh my gosh. Why can't I hear this? Hold on. Hold on, I can't hear the BGM. This is terrible. This is a tragedy. Ooh, it just feels so awkward if I'm talking to you guys in silence, so I like to also be able to hear the BGM. So I have, you know, like a little bit of an idea of like what it sounds like. Okay. Now it's less awkward. What happened is I got hit by the Sleeping Beauty disease again. So I came home from work and I laid down on my couch to pet my cats. And then I woke up a little bit later to my cats biting my feet because I had fallen asleep instead of petting them. So then I escaped to my bed and I fell asleep without any alarm. No alarm. Miraculously, I somehow woke up at like 7:40 exactly. I felt horrible. Like horrible. Horrible. I boot up my computer, I get everything set up. I'm like, I'm hungry, I just need something on my stomach. I'm just gonna eat some yogurt pretzels. So I eat a handful of yogurt pretzels. And then my stomach is like, no. No. You are not going to do this to me. If you do not put something savory and warm inside me, I'm going to puke all over the place. So then I had to make dinner real quick. Because it really made, I think it was just too sweet. And my body was like, this will not be your dinner. They're yummy though. They're from Trader Joe's. They're like ube yogurt covered mini pretzels. Like, actually, they're so good. They're fire. Yeah, my stomachs always win arguments. This is an art that should be studied. Oh yeah, you've had them? They're so good. They're so good. Like salty sweet, but they're very sweet. I just think on an empty stomach it was like, no. Yeah, so forgive me, I'm really tired. I'm really tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I actually don't have a Trader Joe's near me, which is very sad because it seems like a bougie place, and it is, but the prices are actually pretty good. Like compared to like Publix and stuff, the prices are not bad, and they've got a lot of really cool stuff. And I would like to get it more often, but I don't. My mom went out of town over the weekend, and like a few hours out of town to see a K-pop movie because they weren't showing it where we live. And there was a Trader Joe's there, so she loaded up on some stuff and brought it back. You are a bit zombified just today, subject. That is praiseworthy. Yeah, this is called method streaming. Yeah, I'm slowly dying of zombification. And that's why I will be low energy this stream. It's just me really getting into the mood, getting into the spirit. The things that I do for you guys, truly. Hi, evil woman. This will be a fun stream for my birthday. It's your birthday! Oh, God. All right. All right, all right. tired. You're gonna get sleepy version of the happy birthday song. Okay. Happy birthday, say hooray, let's convey our hearts. We're so happy to have you here with us. Happy birthday, let's display the joy in our hearts. Don't dare disobey. Have a ruse birthday. Thank you, happy birthday. Thank you for spending your birthday with me. Yeah. And you know what? Maybe okay, zombie POV could be our movie idea. Wait, that's not a bad start. Maybe. We'll talk about it in a little bit. Cute, tired, evil woman. What the heck? My head is so heavy, my neck has trouble keeping it up. There is a zombie POV movie. They're probably, for every single idea that we're gonna have today, there's already gonna be something. The zombie genre is so, like, saturated. So we definitely, you know, that's one of the challenges, because we do want to make it unique, right? Bloated, oversaturated. Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's be it's oversaturated. It's bloated. So we want to do something new. We want to do something fun, but we don't want to take away from the core zombie tropes that I like. Because for me personally, I feel like a lot of things, in order to make it fresh and new, what they end up doing is they end up powering the zombies up, right? And I'm not a big fan of your overpowered zombies. I like my slow zombies. I much prefer my slow, stupid, will eventually rot to death zombies, right? Zombie dinosaurs, that could be a thing though. The zombie dinosaurs could be a thing. Like in World War Z or Resident Evil. Yeah, I mean, Resident Evil I love as a video game. I don't necessarily love it as an installment in the zombie genre, because they go a little crazy. They go a little too crazy for me with the zombies, that it doesn't have the same appeal that zombie media tends to have. So I like it for what it is, right? But it doesn't necessarily hit as the zombie genre. Okay, hear me out. Zombies, but it's a sleepover. That way Rooney can still get some rest. Hey, that's not a bad idea. They're sleep zombies. Okay, hear me out. The main character is a mime, and he confuses the zombies with his incredible skills. I don't know what to say because I don't know what a mime is. I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this before. And I hope you're not tricking me into saying something weird again. So I can't comment on that. Honestly, the Dead Tired birthday song hits different in a pleasant serenade way. I hope so. Good evening, Rooney, or good morning. Happy to come along for picking our brains. Zombie love, zombie cute, zombies win. Thank you. Yeah, I want to be traditionalist. So, wait, hold on. Let me catch up on messages, and then maybe I'll put some rules down for you guys. I'll put some rules down, because there's some features of a zombie story that I don't want to compromise on. Okay. 28 weeks. Dun, dun. that freaking song is so iconic. 28 days later, 28 weeks later, and then now they're coming out with 28 years? Wait, that sounds like a lot. Yeah, 28 years later. Okay, that's what we're doing now. 28 years later. And then they'll do a prequel 28 seconds later. Yeah, 28 decades later. 28 centuries later. What? It's like alien zombies. 28 seconds before. 28 days before. Oh yeah, then yeah, they could do a separate a follow-up trilogy that's 28 days before, 28 months before, 28 years before, and they're movies completely unrelated to the zombies. Well, I guess they could do the research that's gonna lead the monkeys for the rage virus. They could be like studying the rage virus. 28 years before, and it's just a regular rom-com. And it's a regular rom-com, but in the background, one of the characters is starting to develop the rage virus. So you're telling them to return to Monk, yeah. Yeah, sure, why not? Happy Rusey Rooney! I've never been the biggest what? Hold on, my thing's not working, I gotta refresh it. Were you about to say you don't like zombies? I've never been the biggest fan of most zombie movies, but I know if anyone can write a good one to convince me, it's the minds of Rooney and the Rooney Tigs. Yes, let's go. We're gonna write something good today. The Last of Resident Evil 28 days later and Train to Busan. Yeah, we'll just like smack every iconic zombie film together. Happy RUNIE RUSEDAY! Zombies have been a long time huge fear of mine. Wow. Oh, interesting. Maybe that's why I hate them in fiction so much. The right draw design streams are always absolutely 11 out of 10, and I cannot wait to see what we cook tonight. I'm excited because you guys always help me a lot, so I'm excited to see what we cook up today. I'm excited. Manifesting a rude super number 24. Why would you do that? Why would you manifest one? Manifest a nice super. Manifest a sweet super. What the heck? Oh, did they mean rare? I mean, no, there's no way. They wrote R-U-D-E. I'm looking at the keyboard. The U is too far away. The U is too far away. Number 24. Have you gotten anything more than a common yet? Surely you have, right? A ruse. Oh, maybe a ruse super. Manifesting a ruse super. There is not one that says rude. But maybe there should be. Not since number 8? Are you serious? Holy smokes. Your gacha luck is abysmal. Don't give up. The next one will be the one. Rude as in rare plus in the first 10 minutes. Oh, yeah, see, I read it too late. I didn't read it in time. Otherwise, that would have clicked with me. I would have understood. Well, I won't apologize. Alright. Happy birthday, Rooney. Hear me out. You're a typical slow zombie, but they aren't that stupid. What happens is they are reduced to slow cavemen incapable of hunting, pack tactics, and stealth. Taking place in a world that has tons of zombie media so people know. We'll circle back to this. Traditional zombies, guess caught in the middle of a necromancer battle royale is out. Happy Ruseday. Zombies are my biggest fear, so let's go. Really? Wow. Okay. A few people afraid of zombies. I really like zombie stuff, but I've never found them that scary. Testing Rooney's theory. Oh. You got a comment, didn't you? Gomenasai. Okay, so this is what I want to say. The appeal of zombies. There you go, gambling, let's go. See, the gambling paid off. It pays off sometimes. The appeal of zombies, in my opinion, is that, like, the main appeal, let me put it here again. The main appeal of zombies, in my opinion, lunatics, is that it prompts discussion and strategy, because you think, hey, why'd you start a new line? Don't do that. Because you think you can survive it. This is very, very, very important to me. I don't like when the zombies get too overpowered, because it is important to me that it seems survivable. I think a good zombie movie or story is one where some of the audience is gonna walk away going, the protagonists are dumb. If they had done this and this and this, maybe they could have made it out. Or maybe this would have worked better. Or if the government had planned this, or if I was in this situation, I would fortify my house in XYZ ways. Yes, exactly. The I'd win. This is the most fun aspect of a zombie movie for me. I don't like running zombies. It's true. I'm not a huge fan of running zombies. I'm not a huge fan of zombies that can use machinery. Like, I don't really want my zombies using guns. I don't want my zombies being intelligent and cooperating with each other. I don't want any alpha zombies. And I definitely don't want my zombies having babies with each other. I don't mind if it's extraordinarily infectious. Some of you understand me. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you do. I don't mind if it's really infectious, but I don't want the zombies themselves to be so extraordinarily overpowered that it becomes really hard to imagine that anybody can do anything about it. Even a primal zombie, monkey-like intelligence. This is what I'll say, is I will be open-minded to your ideas. I will be open-minded to your ideas as long as this main appeal is still there. Personally, if it were me, like up to me alone, my zombies would be slow. They would eventually decay. They have one instinct and an instinct only, and that's only to eat humans' brains. And I'm a specifically brains girly. I think that they should be going for your brains because it just feels classic zombie to me. But I'm gonna be open-minded to y'all's ideas. As long as this main appeal is not stolen, I'll be open-minded for it. Yeah, no Left 4 Dead zombies. Yummy brains, rich in protein. George Romero style can be nice, yeah. Eldritch flesh monster zombies, that's horrifying. But, you know, at the end of the day, if you make the zombies too OP, then it's just not a zombie movie anymore, in my opinion. Then it's just like a straight up monster movie. Right? What about the smell of zombies? Which, one thing zombie stories forget is that during a zombie apocalypse, the smell of rotting flesh would be unbearable. Yeah. That is something to discuss too, because a lot of different zombie scenarios, like they do like to kind of explain how the zombies can track people. So like, for example, in Train to Busan, those zombies required their eyesight to be able to see people, and that's how they can find you, so they're not going by smell. But then in something like The Walking Dead, they experiment and realize that part of the way a zombie can figure out if you're a zombie or if you're living is by the way that you smell and by the way that you walk. So it's like a combination of like smell and visuals. I always prefer zombies to be supernatural. It makes them scarier because there's no virus that can be cured. Now this is something I'm open-minded to as well. I don't mind if it's magical in nature. I think some people don't like magical zombies, but I'm actually open-minded to that. Like, someone joked about a necromancer. I don't mind if it really is like somebody just learned necromancy and is raising the dead to like wreak havoc on the earth, right? As long as the zombies aren't too overpowered. Alien origin would also be fine with me. Curable zombies kind of locks you into a certain plot. I'm kind of open-minded on that too, though. As far as like, before it kills you, can you cure whatever it is that's turning you into a zombie? I'm sure someone asked you, but what's your take on stuff like I Am Legend, Omega Man? The whole medical aspect is stupid, but it's a fun movie. I won't watch it because I won't watch it. It looks too sad, man. It looks too sad, man. It looks too sad. A necromancer should summon ghouls than zombies. Why? Why are you making rules for necromancers, huh? Who made you the authority on necromancers, huh? Oops, I got scratched. Somebody better put me down. Honestly, that's probably my second least favorite part. A parasite, though, could work, or maybe a localized Raccoon City necromancy spell. What? How is that your least favorite part? I'm always very excited to see a new take on zombies, how they're gonna handle the infection. I find that very exciting. Like, I wanna see, so what happens when somebody gets infected? How much time do they have? Is it like super, super fast? Or is it more slow going? Is there a vaccine? Can they slow it down? Can they cut off a limb, or is it immediately in the blood system? You know, I'm excited when I watch a new piece of zombie media to figure out exactly how they're gonna handle that. But definitely wouldn't say that's my least favorite part. I didn't go to necromancer college just to be told my degree is worthless. Your degree is worthless. Everybody is infected, but it won't kill you. That's a pretty common. I feel like it evolved from like everybody's infected, so when they die, you're all gonna turn into zombies, and then it kind of like evolved into like everybody's infected, but like it doesn't go like full zombie for everybody, if that makes sense. Allergy meds stave off the infection or conversion. Wow. Wait, we're getting ahead of ourselves because we haven't even done like the basics of basics yet. That's why the itchy tasty notes are so good and scary. Yes, yeah, because they're slowly turning. Oh, itchy tasty. That's something of a plot twist for The Walking Dead. Yeah. The like 2-strain virus. I think The Walking Dead was the first one I ever saw do it, but now though nothing else is coming to mind, I know I've seen it other places as well. Wow. What about demonically possessed zombies? Yeah, I'm okay if there's a magical element. A magical element doesn't bother me. So we could brainstorm maybe that type. For sure. The Evil Dead. Instantly turning on death is scary because if someone is badly hurt and you think they might pull through, but they die and turn while you're not watching. Yeah, that's why. Okay, I feel like the Walking Dead kind of gave up on this at some point, but remember, like, I read the comic, so I'm not as familiar as what happens in the TV show, though I did watch some of the TV show too. But that was like a thing that everybody was concerned about, and like in the prison. Unless I'm just making this up, I could have sworn like they had like a whole discussion where like we can sleep in our own prison cells so that if anybody like dies in their sleep or anything, like they won't get out and attack everybody else. We could sleep with like handcuffs separately. And then it just like, I don't know, it just like went away. It just like went away. And then I guess that wasn't a thing anymore. They didn't? Did I just make that up? It's possible that I just maybe I just thought it myself and was like, I think that they should do this, and maybe they just didn't. They forgore. I guess another important question to answer is how durable are these zombies? Kill them normally, headshots only, or do you gotta burn them whole? Yeah, I guess I didn't do enough prep work into this. You gotta think of like where to start with the zombie. So why don't I write like a little here? I'm gonna write like an outline of like things that we need to decide. First, type of zombie. So like well, you get it. All aspects of like type of the zombie, how it started. Those two will probably be closely related, but I kind of want to know like how it started and then like state of the world, right? So do we want to go like beginning of the apocalypse? Do we want to go full apocalypse, or has humanity like kind of is like mostly pulled through and defeated it, but we're like now having to adjust to life with it, that kind of thing. And then I'd like to go through like maybe like major plot points and characters. Am I missing anything? Almost all zombie movies skip the actual fall. I mean, in a way I kind of understand, because like something like that especially would be it's like so grand scale that I do think it is hard storytelling, because you want to be focused on your characters and what they're doing. And like if there really was like an entire apocalypse, there's so many moving parts and every country is going to be doing completely different things. Or even within like, especially like a big country like America, like there's going to be a bunch of different strategies in different areas and things are going to be completely different. And there's just such a vast concept that I don't think that you could tell that story cohesively with a small enough cast for you to actually give a crap about who any of them are. It would almost be like it would have to be like narrated like really big picture to you, or be extraordinarily long, you know? It's gotta be the prequel. I think in general you're always gonna get like a snapshot of the characters that you're focusing on, like the story that it's in. Right? So you got to kind of rely on like flavor text and background things like alerts they get on their phone, messages that are on the TV, military stuff happening in the background, quarantines, barricades, stuff like that. And you kind of have to like, through the eyes of the character, experience their little personal downfall of the apocalypse. But I think it would be really hard to actually get like the whole picture, the whole story, and have it still be character focused, if that makes sense. You'd have to do a government task force POV for that to work, at which point it's a political thriller more than a zombie movie. That could be fun though. I think zombie movies should have political thriller aspects to them, right? A movie right at post-fall would play well with modern anxieties about inflation and the general collapse of trust and supply. That might be why zombie movies are making a comeback right now, to be honest. Where you notice the news is bad, but the characters living in it don't put it together. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff too. Well, it just makes it really anxious because you know how serious it is, but the characters don't know how serious it is yet. And I mean, how could they, you know? Because a lot of times in zombie media, like zombies aren't really a thing, you know? The best zombie stories I've read have had the fall happen over the course of a few weeks, and I think the anecdotal stories of people during that time are the best. World War Z book for the record. I've heard the book is so much better than the movie. I haven't read it. Maybe switch between characters who serve different roles. Someone who is in healthcare, someone in the military, a normal everyday person with a family. I just think it's just too big. It's just too big. I don't have faith. I don't have faith that it could be done. I don't have faith that at the end of the movie you could still feel like you understood and saw all the moving parts and understand why it failed, where the mistakes were, and everything that went down. It's just the collapse of society is so big. It's so big. It's such a big thing. At the very least, that would be way out of my skill level. Resident Evil Outbreak kinda does that. Yeah, is there a game Resident Evil Outbreak? Or do you just mean, Outbreak, okay, I've not read that. Or, I've not played it. Resident Evil Outbreak, or is that a movie? Can the story start in Australia? Because why not? I guess so. Australia has zombie movies. I've definitely watched one from Australia before. Doing a George R.R. Martin multiple POV story. I think it could work. It would just be hard, I think. But it could work. But, before we get into specifics, do you think this outline is good or is there anything I'm missing? Once a certain land had a ruler, fair at first, executing his rivals near his reign's end. An educated man, he knew Germanic, Latin, and Saxon tongues, studied alchemy, and then sorcery, earning him the Witch King title. A fair first necromancer. You're really into this. Wow. You're behind the necromancy idea, are you? Somehow I'm not surprised. Wow. What about zombies in the Victorian era? Like zombies versus pirates, so some basic guns and some slow, susceptible global communication systems. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Has this not been done? Because that's actually, I feel like, a really fun concept. First of all, yeah, like without modern technology, zombies are way bigger of a threat. You can even keep them, you know, regular like your standard slow weak zombies, and it would still be so much worse. But then also I'm like, if you said it, like everyone's dead, like they're all dying, man. Oh, but you could make it a seafaring yeah, it could be like, yeah. I guess, yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, but they're not like those types of zombies, right? They're like undead pirates. Runetics start at patient 0 and how it wasn't contained. Well, that'll be step 2. Resident Evil Outbreak and its sequel are games where you and 3 friends, yes, multiplayer, try to survive Raccoon City. Tank controls and camera angles similar to the Resident 1 remake. Oh, wait, that sounds fun. Who? Okay, wait. Which Face Connect girls can I sucker into playing that with me? Sounds hard, to be honest. I'm gonna have to learn tank controls. Does there have to be a patient 0? Couldn't it be something that hits multiple people at the same time? We have to decide that, but that'll be step 2. We're not even done with step 1 yet. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything as far as steps go. Yeah, like the end of Dawn of the Dead when they show up on the island and it's and there's all the zombies in the zombie island. I was like, what are you doing? Why are you running? Why has caution just gone to the wind? Bro. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. What I'd like is a zombie story set from the perspective of the person who accidentally caused it at their new job. It's from the perspective of someone like Birkin. Always the intern fault. Wow. Or it's like, you know, like just military incompetence. Where it's like, oh yeah, we're not going to tell any of these people what they're carrying. And we're just going to send one military truck. We're not even going to send a whole convoy. Nobody else, like not a whole thing to make sure that this super dangerous zombie soldier doesn't accidentally break out due to a car wreck. Sometimes it's just stupid stuff. I'm like, really? When they know how dangerous it is and they just don't take the precautions, that's what makes me feel bonkers. 28 months later is also like that. Because why could the guy even get back to their contagious, like they have a patient who has the virus, she is contagious, they know she's contagious, like why could he just get back there? Like he just went back there. Or sorry, 28 weeks, sorry, 28 weeks. He just went back there. I know he didn't know his wife was contagious, but they knew. There were no guards. There weren't even signs up. Like that's just not how it works. That is just not how that's just not how that works, man. Yeah, there wasn't even a statue puzzle. That's crazy. No, I don't think he was he had a clearance card. No, I understand that, but I'm pretty sure he was like a janitor or something. Am I crazy? Am I misremembering this? Like, it's not like he was a doctor or a researcher. He wasn't part of the government. Like, why he had clearance to go all the way back there unsupervised by himself and there weren't any more serious precautions to keep this very, very dangerous virus, very, very contagious virus from spreading is actually absurd to me. They're right behind me, aren't they? No, the zombies are behind you. Question, only humans are infected? Yeah, that'll have to be something we decide. That'll have to be something we decide. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's move on from here. Let's see. We'll just duplicate this. Okay, so we're gonna do type of zombie. I cannot type sometimes. All right, you guys. Here we go. Now we decide. What do you guys want? Zombie deer are already after us. I don't know. I can go either way on this. Zombie animals. I guess, yeah, okay, because this would be good. Do we want supernatural or infection type? A mutated Pyron disease jumps. Now that's really scary. That's scary. Maybe I should let you guys vote. Hold on. I love my rune poll. This thing has been so useful. All right. We'll make it big. We'll make it big. All right, what kind? What kind? Do you want supernatural or infection? Alien? Yeah, where I guess or alien. I feel like cuz alien isn't necessarily supernatural, but it does feel distinctly different than like just a typical like infection type. So I'll yeah, or alien. You guys have 3 minutes. Alien goes into the infection realm. But it is distinctly different to me, I think. It is different. Like an alien disease versus something that humans contracted themselves without interference. What if the aliens become infected also? What if the aliens come and there's some virus that we have on Earth that turns the aliens into zombies? And then the aliens think that we're trying to do like chemical warfare against them and become hostile, but then they're also all turning into zombies. And so we have hostile, unzombified aliens, and we have zombified aliens. We have to fight both of them. It's just War of the World with extra steps. I suppose you have a point. Certain day of the dead rise. Certain day the dead rise from their graves, and there is a guild of hunters that are trained to keep them at bay, but it's a vicious cycle because of the human mortality that just creates more and more. Oh, so there's only one night of zombies. One night of zombies. It would focus on the nihilistic aspect of their plight. I was thinking medieval era, so it would be brutal and hard. That really would be very high stakes. That would be super high stakes. I guess maybe we should have picked setting first, but it's too late. It's too late now. Oh wait, you guys can't see the timer anymore. It's okay, we can just ignore the super. Or maybe I should turn, I think I can, yeah, hold on. We can redo it, actually, yeah, why don't we do that? Because I'm pretty sure I can turn that off. Yeah. I think this works. Okay, we'll start it again. Yeah, set the exponent to 0. Okay, that's what I did. Yep. Okay, so yeah, so it'll be turned off for now. So supas won't count for now. What if an evil woman... Me? I would never start a zombie apocalypse. I would never. I am surprised that Supernatural is winning, but I do think that'll be fun. That'll be fun. A puppy demon apocalypse where they all turn into into puppy girls. That's what you want? They're like, wow, wow. Brains, wow, wow. That's what you want? Evil woman. Evil woman zombie apocalypse. Where they all turn into evil women. Man, I really hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, that'd be horrible. The cuteness zombify people. Wait, so they're so... Yeah, like, it's so cute that people become zombies? Is that an apocalypse? I mean, yeah. If everybody wants, then who's gonna do your taxes? Now that's scary. I know, it's horrifying. It's a cuteness filter if they fail zombie. Wait, so only the cute survive? Do the zombies have to be undead? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I mean, have you seen a cute zombie?
Lunatics?
Yes, Zombieland Saga. I want a reverse zombie virus movie with an unreliable narrator where the virus only makes you see others without the virus as zombies, but the MC and infected are killing real people. What? That's like psychological horror, zombie horror. Wait, that'd be horrible. That'd be horrible. A normal zombie movie with millennial writing. No. No. Oh, no. No. I guess that with that kind of story, it would have to be from multiple perspectives. And there would have to be little hints. Like you see like multiple groups moving around. And there would have to be like, oh wait, actually you could just do it where there's two. There's two groups that you're following. And there should be little hints here and there. But the viewer can't really put it together if they don't know. And the viewer doesn't put it together until the end of the movie when those two groups cross paths with each other. And you can clearly see from both of their perspectives that the other group are zombies. And then you just watch them kill each other as you're finally realizing what's going on. That's horrible. The infection actually makes you believe zombie hordes are all around you, and you think you are still human, so both sides are thinking that the others are zombies. Yeah. What about Zombie Outbreak where they all act as a hive mind controlled by an alien? Oh wait, I watched a movie that was like that. What was it called? I didn't like it. What was it called? I think it was called like The Hive or something. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? And it's like the camp counselors. Yeah, Sinners is kind of like that, but that's vampires, so that's a different thing. It's different. No, it was literally called, like, I think it was called the Hive or something. Hi, dear, cute, cool, evil woman. How's your ruse day going? It's going good so far. I'm very sleepy though, so I feel a little low energy. Alright. So, you guys want a supernatural zombie. So we're going supernatural zombie. Alright, so now I need you guys to throw out some ideas for me. What does this mean? Is it necromancy? Is it, you know, one night of the year? Like what's going on with these zombies? Lovecraftian zombies? A rift, maybe? Creepy evil necromancer, a pharaoh's curse. Eldritch, blood moon, cosmic horror. Wow. I do think we'll do setting next, maybe, or maybe we should do setting first, actually, because that might change what kind of zombie that, like, what the zombie details that you want. So I should have seen this is. I asked you guys. It's all y'all's fault. I asked you guys back on the. I asked you guys outline. I asked you guys like 5 times. Am I missing anything? And none of you guys said setting. None of you said setting. I asked so many times. None of you said it. You all knew it. You knew it. How do you mean you didn't hear it? I said it so many times. Okay, I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. Hold on. We can't do type of zombie yet. We've got to do setting. That's important. Where are we? What is the setting of this movie? Isn't this setting state of the world? No, what I meant by that was more like, is it a full-on apocalypse or not? Pirate ship, Detroit, medieval. You sound so much like my wife. Your wife sounds lovely. She sounds lovely and incredible, and you're very, very lucky. That's what I think. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of stuff for medieval. It does seem like you guys kind of want this to be Victorian period. Now, this is where my lack of history knowledge is going to come out. So, medieval is like older than Victorian era. Victorian era, yeah, would have like pirates and stuff. Whereas medieval would have like, would they even have guns yet? Like, how old is that? Knights and castles, but with zombos. Medieval is like 900s to 1400s, and Victorian is like 1800s. Yes, actually, wow, guns are old then. Wow. Old West is also a really fun setting we could do. True. But it seems like people want medieval, so I'll give the people what they want. Wow. All right, let's do Victorian. And then let's just say that we're not gonna make this historically accurate, because I'm not gonna be able to, basically. I don't know what was going on in there. I'm gonna have to bounce off of you guys. I don't I can't get interested in history. It's just not a topic I'm super into. I'm actually not really into historical fiction either, but I do think the pirate idea could be fun. Call Cleo. Yeah, I'll have to get Cleo as a consultant. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Do we want this to be America or England? Canons existed in the medieval era, and for that, I'm out. Yeah, if you're gonna get triggered by someone not being 100% factual about their history, just, you know, have a good night. Go relax. Do something that eases your blood pressure. Don't watch this, because it's not gonna be me. I don't know any of it. Wherever gets us the funniest accents. Guess it depends on perspective. British zombies, truly scary. Victorian era America is so much fun. Don't do England. France? Now y'all are really getting out of anything I know. I'm limited on what I know about this time period in general. You go out of America or England, now it's over. I don't know. I don't have a clue what was going on. In France? French Revolution with zombies? Wow. A civil war with zombies? Alright. My dislike for historical fiction is kicking in. I might have to ex-nay this entire idea, because both of those are like extraordinarily unappealing to me. Do Spain, so there are musketeers. Could be fun. Preserved zombies, killed by poison, controlled to look like humans, some capable of speech, no free will. We can't do this yet. We're figuring out the setting. We're figuring out the setting. Sweeney Todd, but he's a necromancer barber and keeping all of his murdered clients as zombies to unleash on the city at some later point for revenge. It's Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet. Wait, the demon necromancer of Fleet Street. Wow. Zombie apocalypse in the Middle East during the Bronze Age collapse. Why are you guys doing this to me right now? The meat pies is how it spreads. Yeah, wait, that's the major flaw in that whole thing, is that the whole point is that he uses their flesh to make the pies. So how can they be zombies if they're pies? However, if his idea is to spread the zombie virus via the pies, perhaps we could make that work. Not the meat, it's the meat pies. The Demon and Necromancer of Fleet Street. How did this became a musical? I thought you guys didn't like musicals. Ship only. Just a ship like Moby Dick. Now, if we do a seafaring adventure, I'm definitely not against a seafaring adventure, because I do think that could be really fun. If we go seafaring, we will definitely have to be creative with like how they because just one ship, it seems like they could reasonably clear out the zombies on it, right? So then they're gonna have to come across other ships or other islands or things like that. Yeah, because exactly, it's a very, very small. But I do think that it could be something pretty fun. Zombie fish. Yeah, wait, that's actually, I do not like that though. Zombie fish, scary, don't like that. Not if it was a slave ship, those vessels were packed. I mean, at the end of the day though, I feel like there's like two options. Either they're able to get it under control or they all die. And either one isn't gonna take like that long, you know? I guess if we made it a really, really big ship and maybe the virus is slow moving. Wow. Imagine the zombie dance numbers in a musical though. Yeah, like Thriller. Like Thriller. Victorian era as a base for a fantasy setting. I love the idea of elves with muskets. Now we've gone off the deep end. Elves in my zombie movie. Victorian era in passage explorers, ship stuck ice. What does that mean? You're going to have to make a choice on setting yourself. I know. Zombies in my elf movie? No! Alright. Let me think. Alright. Let's just do it. Let's see if we can make this work. Vaguely Victorian era on a pirate ship. I want it to be a pirate ship because I like pirates. Vaguely Victorian era. We're not gonna put dates on anything, okay? No dates. Okay. I guess that's okay. Okay, you know what? Let's go. Let's do this. Why did you get so small? Sometimes I hate... Like, I just don't think that should have made the text small. I'm clearly just trying to change the box size. On my nerves. Literally on my nerves. All right, now we can move on to zombies. Here we go. Type of zombie. So we know it's going to be supernatural in nature. But what are our additional details here? A localized infection lets you make this story more intimate. It's gonna be an intimate on the pirate ship no matter what, for sure. If we want to add Pirates of the Caribbean pirates to Victorian era universe, why not add M1 Abrams tank to it? I don't know what you're talking about! This was a mistake. We should have just said it in the modern era. I'm gonna be in and over my head. Y'all are just gonna be throwing references at me I don't understand all night. Maybe the zombies are on an island they go to and they handle it quickly, but once they're out at sea, they find out that some of them are infected, and then bam, who's infected and who isn't. Suspicion and treachery. Ooh, that could be sad, especially if we make them somewhat likable pirates. Though I do like an evil pirate. pirates stole a cursed artifact from their raid, and then it create. Okay, I don't hate the idea of like a treasure or something. Like, I kind of like the idea of maybe there being like a cursed treasure. Like maybe, is this getting to Pirates of the Caribbean though? I don't want the pirates to turn into zombies as the origination of the curse, but it could be something like they go and they steal from this one particular island or whatever, and it's like said to be a cursed island because like maybe it's like there's like this like legend of this island where everybody was really rich and wealthy and they all lived on this island, and then something happened and they all died. And it's just kind of like this ambiguous legend. People don't really know the details. And so the pirates go to this island to raid it because they think, well, if it's true, there's all these riches there. And when they get there to steal the riches, everybody who died on the island gets raised from the dead and they're zombies. So then they have to fight their way off of the island. But like the other person mentioned, one of them does get bitten or whatever, and they don't know what zombies are. So then they have to figure out when they're back on the boat that the person who was bitten is changing into a zombie in the first place. Right? Confined space pirate ship makes me think going something similar to Alien, but a zombie to zombies and stuff. Yeah, I guess what I just described would be somewhat similar, yeah. They just ate bad fish. No, that's not as fun. And then they need to go to port for resupply, and the port is full of zombies. Could make the curse turn the people around them into zombie, hell-bent on eating them. Maybe. I do like the idea of just one of them getting bitten and being on the boat, and them having to figure out while he's on the boat, after they've escaped the island, that it is that person is turning into a zombie. Two pirate crews are friends. One finds the cursed treasure but gets stuck on the island, and the other crew has to save them? Maybe? What if the pirate ship is uniquely big so we can have more places for zombies to hide people to run to? We could do, I mean, it could be like, it could be multiple ships, maybe. Like maybe there can be a main ship and 2 additional ships, like a little fleet or something. Did pirates do that? An armada? A fleet? And one ship of navy hunting the pirates? Okay, I do kind of like that idea too. Multiple ships, and right at the end of the age of pirates to maximize the ship size. Runetics? At first it's pirates versus navy versus zombies, but then they have to team up to fight the zombies. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Small archipelago of islands, home to a flotilla made of a few pirate crews. Slow-acting infection allows a critical mass of turnings at the climax after we've seen a few turn and attack others. And Garp shows up too. Yeah, and Garp's there. Okay. Can there be a clown that can divide his body? You guys, you're gonna get me distracted. Why do you want this to be One Piece? Okay, I'm trying to think of how the Navy could step in. Because maybe the Navy was chasing them. However, once they realize all the zombie stuff, then it kind of becomes like we can't let them port anywhere and spread this disease to the mainland. So, like, the pirates are running out of food. I don't know. Now we're making it a whole battle movie. I'm not sure if I want that. Maybe we just keep it strictly pirates. You said jingle, 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 but I read jingle, jangle, and now I'm thinking about Riverdale. You can't do this to me right now. My brain's tired. It's gonna rot. It's gonna rot. Okay, let's not worry about that for now. So we're saying that the type of zombie, they're supernatural in nature. So infection is spread by bites. Traditionally, are we going with the bites? So they go to the island that's been abandoned. There is a bunch of gold there, but everybody has been turned into zombies. But I guess if it's spread by a bite, then maybe it's like I just feel like if it's supernatural in nature, it can't be, I don't know if I want it to be like a bite. So if it comes from a treasure, but then I feel like if it's something like it's only spread by, like, if you steal some of the treasure, then you get it. It does feel too Pirates of the Caribbean, doesn't it? I can't remember exactly what was going on in Pirates of the Caribbean, but it was something about stealing the treasure, right? Cursed gold. Bad rum. Wait, that's kind of funny. Cursed gold. Yeah, it was like a cursed treasure. And they became undead skeletons. It's not the gold, but the rum that's cursed. Okay, so in that case, maybe it is more infection-like and they mistake it as being supernatural. Before they hung him from the gallows, these were the final words he said. The antidote is yours for the taking, but you have to find it first up. The curse just pumps greed to 11 and then you turn? I could see something like that going well. Fountain of Youth could be fun. Bermuda Triangle could be fun. Drifting ship they went to explore. There's a single zombie there and it infects one of the crew. Plot twist, they think it's the gold, but it's the rum turning them. If we do that, though, we are going away from the supernatural element, which is what you guys wanted originally. So I don't know if you're okay with that or not. Or it could be, yeah, Immortality Curse could be, yeah, Fountain of Youth, Immortality Curse. Wow. The treasure is there as a ruse by the necromancer who kills off pirate crews trying to raise an army. It can bring the necromancer element into it. It's a cursed, yar, drink this rum if you want to live forever. Okay, wait. I like the rum idea because it's kind of stupid in a way that I enjoy. Alcohol withdrawals or zombie. Tough choice. I don't know. I might be too tired for this. Alcohol was called aqua vitae. No, they're just poisoning themselves normally. Okay, wait. Rum holding off the zombie infection? I like that even better. Oh, wait, what if? Okay, hold on. What if we bring, okay. So what if famous pirate crew, hold on. Famous pirate crew and Navy, they meet up on an island for a grand battle. Navy's been tracking this pirate crew down. The pirate crew's been trying to find this island, this like cursed island that's supposed to have a treasure on it or whatever. They show up. They're about to have their big battle. But for whatever reason, or not really for whatever reason, because the island is cursed, there's basically zombies on it. And the zombies come in, and then it's like a three-way battle. There's zombies, and there's pirates, and then there's the Navy. They have to kind of escape together. So now the Navy and the pirates are kind of working together. But they realize that the people infected on the Navy are like turning way faster. And they realize that the only thing different is that the pirates are drinking like a crap ton of rum. And so they realize that like rum for whatever reason can like slow down the virus. It's a lot of setup for a singular joke, but I do think the joke is funny. Just silly enough to work. But it's no longer supernatural now. It can still be supernatural though. Because maybe the island is the burial place. Okay, hold on. I've got it. Okay. Cursed island where Cursed Island legend tells that an evil necromancer was executed there and cursed the entire island. The curse causes the dead to rise. Or how about the curse? Let's see. This is just a rum advertisement. Is that bad? Is that bad? Okay, so the necromancer was executed there and cursed the island. Or maybe we... Legend tells that an evil necromancer maybe just like lives on the island along with all of their riches. So the pirates have come to this island to see if there really are riches there and steal from the necromancer. What do you think? Or do you like the idea of necromancer being like killed there or whatever? He was executed and he's so powerful he came back from hell. Okay, what if, hold on. wait, it's getting more silly. Why is everything we come up with so silly? Because it's my personal taste, huh? Necromancer. What if we make it not evil? That a necromancer who was trying to create everlasting life was executed by the people of the island who didn't appreciate their work. Hold on, now we gotta make it smaller. Okay. That didn't appreciate their work. The necromancer before death is said to have cursed the island, and now it is abandoned. I'm trying to think, like, why did the pirates go there, though? There has to be a reason that the pirates go there. What if we make it not evil? What channel is this? Well, because I have an idea. I have an idea, though. They found a bottle on the beach. They're friends. Unintentional evil as a result. Shipwreck. Where everyone turned... Yeah, I was thinking something like... I wanted... This is getting too complicated. I don't want it to be this complicated. Like, the backstory, like, the legend needs to be quippy. It needs to be like, this happened in a few sentences. It's getting too complicated, and I don't like it. I'm trying to go for something where basically... That's why I said the necromancer could just be in the background, just luring them there. I liked the idea of there being this rum that they can drink, and the way that they stop it is to give the rum back to the necromancer, like dig up the necromancer and bury him with his beloved rum. And it's because he really loved that rum. That's why it slows down the curse. Because I just think it's campy and fun. But I need like a backstory for like how he died, and there needs to be some clue to his connection to the rum. Yeah, we have to reunite the necromancer with his rum. Exactly. He made the curse because they took the... Like, they had to have taken the rum from him. They took the rum from him at some point. The necromancer is a crippling alcoholic, and they defeat him by getting him wasted. Ha! He got the rum from the devil himself. He was making the rum and he was betrayed by his business partner? Oh, okay, wait. We could just make it that the pirates are the ones that steal his rum. The pirates could just steal his rum. Necromancer was known to be wealthy, so gold. He was denied his last drink of rum before execution. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Legend of a necromancer who died on the island, leaving behind his vast wealth, as well as undead creatures to guard it. Okay, so this is the legend. Is that he was a necromancer, he was super filthy rich, he lived on this island, and when he died, he like raised the undead. So if you go to the island, like that's the legend. Like they think that there might be undead creatures there. But basically our group of pirates is gonna go there thinking like that's not real. And when they get to the island, like at first there's not gonna seem like there's anything there. But they're also not gonna find vast wealth either. They're gonna be confused because the only thing they're finding is like barrels and barrels of rum. And they're like, well, this was kind of a bust. And so they just start stealing the rum. And it's when they start stealing the rum that the undead like rise up from the ground to fight them. Because their mistake was stealing the rum. Someone stole his rum recipe and made it a famous brand and cursed the island with zombies until he gets his rum back. This sure is a funny plot synopsis, quite the legend. Maybe the island should be called Funny Legend? Why are you saying this right now? Maybe a necromancer apprentice started it? Okay, that actually is a cute idea, but I like what we're going with. Can the island be called Chuckle Story? Why are you doing this? What if the rum was the necromancer's antidote potion and he placed the curse and needed to drink it himself to ward the effects? And that might make it too complicated. I don't know. Okay, legend of a necromancer who died on the island, leaving behind his vast wealth, as well as undead creatures to guard it. These undead, or we'll just call them zombies. These zombies only reanimate when the rum is stolen. When the treasure, his rum, is stolen. So now we gotta think like what kind of zombies these are. Like how do these zombies work, move? Are they fast? Do they have personalities? How do they like spread their disease? Etc. Can the pirates get warned by a mysterious old man who turns out to be the apprentice and then also has the info to help them get out of the situation? Wow, it's never been done before. But maybe we could do that. Normal zombies, slow and dumb. How about they're like they're like drunk zombies? And then there's different types. Sad, angry, I don't know if I want to say like friendly. Yeah, or well, yeah, we can do friendly too. Yeah, there's like the happy and then the sleepy. The angry zombies are the worst because they're like super aggressive and they actually just like want to kill you on sight, right? And then the sad ones are probably the least dangerous because they just kind of leave you alone. The sad ones and the sleepy ones, I guess. We don't need the sleepy. It's two in the weeds. We'll just do the three types. The friendly ones are dangerous because they're nice to you, but they can infect you, maybe. They bite you, but they feel bad about it. Is this getting too silly? Maybe they like the friendly ones, they want you to become a zombie so that basically you can party with them. Yeah? Wow. So the zombies aren't slow, they're just as fast as a regular human who is drunk. Brilliant. Wow. Yeah. They seem slow, but they're actually just really drunk, like wasted. Maybe an apprentice necromancer tried to use his master's book for a zombie to make rum that he botched the spell, and they find that rum that appeases the curse. I don't know if we need to add the apprentice though. It could just be that the necromancer like wanted to keep all his rum to himself. He wanted to be buried with his rum, and he wanted it to he wanted the rum to stay on his island with him, and so he like cursed the rum to raise an undead army if anybody ever tried to steal it, you know? That's me. I'm a friendly one. I won't bite. Does the infection spread from biting? Wow. Can the necromancer's apprentice be a cute witch? Why do you guys want an apprentice so bad? I don't know how to fit an apprentice into this without making it convoluted. Should make the pirates the bad guys and the zombies the good guys. Crisscross. They offer you a drink, you accept, you're a zombie. What if the zombies puke on you? Necromancer tried to seriously take over the world with zombies, but got plastered before he cast the spell. Okay, I actually do like that as lore. Like, maybe they'll realize later on that, like, the Necromancer could have taken over the world, but he got really obsessed with this, like, super yummy rum that he ended up just, like, creating an undead army that he just got drunk with all the time on his island. They just got drawn together all the time. And all they need to do is give the rum back. Okay, let me put, and then, zombification spreads through the zombie puke. Just me, my hundreds of reanimated corpses, and me bottle of rum. Not a worry in sight. They harshed the vibe. I gotta say, I'm starting to think the zombies and the necromancers are the good guys. Well, the pirates, yeah, the pirates came in and stole their rum, man. Wow. Now I'm not sure if we even need the navy anymore. It could just be like the 3 pirate ships. Imagine blacking out on some crazy good booze only to wake up and realize you accidentally started the zombie apocalypse and you don't know how. Yeah. This sounds like a fun One Piece filler episode. No! Yeah, it's like, yeah, I guess it does have Thriller Barks vibes, huh? The Navy can be the time constraint. They're going to bombard the island if they don't get out in time. Oh, yeah, we could do something like that. They evacuate the zombies when they bomb the pirates. No! I do want the pirates to be, at the end of the day, the good guys. You know? Maybe the Navy confiscated the rum and the pirates have to work together with the zombies to beat up the Navy. Wait, what if, yeah, like, wait, so, I want the zombification, works slowly. The person getting more and more drunk, like, until they die and then reanimate. And is slowed down by drinking the cursed rum. Maybe? I guess now with what we've written, does it make sense for the rum to... Yeah. I think this is fine. It's slowed down if they drink the cursed rum because the necromancer loved the rum so much. Yeah, it's kind of like rum. It's cursed because all of this happened because they stole the rum. But the rum itself is good. But okay, what I was thinking is maybe they battle the zombies, they manage to steal the rum, they escape the island, right? And then they start to realize that their own men are turning into zombies. They get waylaid by the Navy. The Navy takes the rum. Like, they get captured and then the Navy confiscates the rum. But maybe somehow the pirates do end up... maybe one of the pirate ships ends up getting captured by the Navy and they confiscate the rum and then they're gonna execute all those pirates and then the other two in the battalion come up and save them, but the rum is still with the Navy, so they got the men back, but they didn't get the cursed rum back. But they're realizing that they need the cursed rum to bring it back to the island. Or they're all gonna slowly die, basically. Because I think... maybe it doesn't spread through the zombie puke. Maybe just the fact that they stole it is going to turn them into zombies. I kind of like that better. Happens to anyone who steals the rum. Right? Maybe the rum was also like so good that the people of the island kept stealing it from the necromancer. So the people from the island kept stealing rum from the necromancer, and that's why he ended up cursing it, because he was so angry with people stealing his rum from him, because he was just crotchety and selfish and didn't want to share. And so everybody who would steal his rum would end up dying and becoming a zombie. And that's why the island now has all those zombies. Yes, the Navy, exactly. So now the Navy has stolen the rum. So then the Navy has to start realizing, like, the pirates are gonna have to try and get the rum back, but they're also trying to explain to the Navy. And I think that, like, head Navy man and head, like, the pirate captain, like, they should have, like, a relationship. Like, they should, like, have known each other. Maybe, like, the pirate captain was also in the Navy at some point. You know, maybe they grew up together, something. Maybe they're brothers. Yeah, something like that. Or it could be Old Man Yowie if you demand. Once again, you guys brought it up, not me. Just want to point it out. You brought it up. You did. Not me. Yeah, they could have divorced couple vibes. So there's like a little bit of an in for him to try to explain, like, no, this is actually like, this is a curse, like we have to be careful. What was that? You want Old Man Yowie? That's what the Runetics demand. That's what you guys demand. Okay, so I think this is good for our idea for the type of zombie. And that kind of also, we've kind of also already kind of explained like how it started and the state of the world here. Cursed Island, legend of a necromancer who died on the island, leaving behind his vast wealth, as well as undead creatures to guard it. These zombies only reanimate when the treasure, his rum, is stolen. Drunk zombies. There's different types: sad, angry, and friendly. Zombification happens to anyone who steals the rum. Zombification works slowly, the person getting more and more drunk-like until they die and then reanimate. And this process is slowed down by drinking the beloved. I'll call it the beloved rum. If you drink his beloved rum. Are you going to have Johnny Depp show up for a cameo as a necromancer so he can say, "Where has the rum gone?" We can't afford. Unfortunately, we can't afford big name actors. We're gonna have to go with a bunch of nobodies. But I think that's better. It's fun. We'll discover some new talent here. So wait. So let's. Okay, I do want to do like how it started. Just because I think it'd be nice to like write down like what it is that we said. So basically, yeah, evil necromancer creates amazing rum that is addicting and how do we want to say it? It's addicting, and everyone keeps stealing it from him. He becomes enraged and curses anyone who steals the rum to become his undead servant. This curse continues after his death, making the entire island cursed, and a legend remains telling of this island and its vague treasure. Okay. What do you think? What do you think? Right? Rum is addicting to begin with. Yes, but this is like extra addicting rum. It's like super, it's like extra addicting rum. Can we afford Depo Johnny then? You know what? Maybe. It never hurts to ask. I'm so sleepy. Okay. So then next we gotta come up with like, yeah, we'll do major plot points because we've kind of already gone through this, right? Major plot points. Okay. Pirates investigate the island, find only the booze, steal the booze, undead rise everywhere. They have to fight their way off the island. Men on the ship start to turn into undead. The Navy capture the head ship and take the rum. What do you call them? Backup ships save the pirates from the Navy. From the Navy starts to turn. Navy and pirates have to work together to get the rum back to stop the curse. Wow. Can the pirate captain be a cute witch? Why do you want a cute witch? I know why you want a cute witch. I know. Shouldn't the pirates and the zombies work together? No, because the pirates don't want to become zombies. They don't want to become zombies. And the Navy doesn't want to become zombies either, right? So they've got to get the rum back to the island. But like the zombies are going to be hostile towards them, you know? Why won't you let me move this, please? There we go. The necromancer should be a cute witch. You know what? Fine. I'll allow it. Everything is better with a cute witch. Okay. Alright. If this is what you guys wish, fine. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna come up with is... Let's move these down. Now we have to come up with major characters. Okay, so you want... Why is this formatted so weird now? Like, why is it so tiny? Yeah, it's got like a font of 1. Give me a break. Give me a break over here. Okay. We'll do the necromancer. Why is it so tiny? A cute girl. Cute girl. Let's say she stayed looking very young due to her evil powers. She wears a big witch hat. Is that what you wanted now? Is that what you wanted? Yeah, she's got evil powers. Wow. Cute necromancer tries to drunkenly hit on the pirate captain, but he's too dense and or obsessively tsundere about the Navy code to notice. No, she's dead. You only see her in flashbacks. The necromancer is dead, you guys. Necromancer is dead. She's dead. Kapooey. Unless, do you guys want her to be a character in it? Yes, and question mark. She became a lich. An apparition. That is fine. Lich Queen. I just think it should be flashbacks. They should learn the story from... Wait. This is so stupid. So, friendly drunk zombie. Okay, so how about a very friendly zombie that buddies up with one of the pirates and ends up being helpful for revealing the truth of the past. That's such a weird sentence, but we're just gonna go with it. So there's gonna be one zombie that like travels with them. I think that the zombies shouldn't be able to talk, maybe like human language, other than like maybe babble a little bit. But basically, one of the zombies is like really friendly. Yeah, the zombro. And I think that there should be, okay, let's there should be the goofy pirate. that befriends zombie. I think this should be a lower member of the crew. Lovable idiot. It accidentally saves the day. Like that type of character, you know? Larry A. Live. Larry A. Live, that's so stupid. That's so stupid. That's what the goofy pirate name said. What should the goofy pirate's name be? Oh, yes, okay. The first zombie, aka the first to steal the rum. Can the goofy pirate secretly be the captain's disappointment of the sun? Okay, I actually don't hate that. Accidentally saves the day. Secretly the son of the captain. Should he know it? Should he know this? Or not? Michael J. Caboose? Wow. Patient zero tolerance. But he doesn't know. Okay, I like this. I like this. And what we need a good name for him. I need one of those names that's like friendly. What is the caboose a reference to? But he doesn't know. We'll find out in the end. Oh, I kind of like Patty. His massive gap. What the heck? Okay, I like that. I like Patty. His name is Patty. Reggie Mortis? He's not a zombie. Okay. All right. Next we have to do the pirate captain. Will you stop? Thank you. Okay, so what's the deal with the pirate captain? What kind of character do we want this guy to be? Are we thinking like a stereotypical pirate captain? A man's man. Big black beard, Nicolas Cage. Paddy Pimblett. Keeps the crew at an arm's length but feels responsible for them. Okay. Seems like you guys want like kind of a kindly like a Rickolas Rage. That's so stupid. I can't name him Rickolas Rage. He's Captain Rage. He's Rage Beard. He's a Rage Beard. Notorious for being bloodthirsty and cruel, but in reality is a fatherly figure to his crew. He can be quiet and distant, but truly cares for them. He doesn't tell his son because he's not sure that he will be up to being captain one day and wants to protect him. Ragebeard, the Barnabas Platt. Wait, we can use that. We can use that. We can use that. I want to use that somewhere, but it does sound like it definitely sounds like a pirate name, but I'm really sold on Ridiculous Rage right now. That's a really good one, Barnabas Platt. We've got to use that somewhere. Ridiculous Rage, Ragebeard. First mate, maybe? You know what? We could make him a first mate. And maybe he... Okay, wait, hold on. The first mate... This is... What do we say? Barnabas... Barnabas Platt. He actually is bloodthirsty. And... wants to take over the crew one day. And wants to be captain. We'll just say and wants to be captain. How do you guys like that? Is that good? It is zombie horror. It's zombie horror. Don't worry. It'll be zombie horror. Trader's first mate. It's a must, right? Whatever you do, don't cast Pedro Pascal. Why not? I love Pedro Pascal. Alright. So I guess the next one that we have to do is the... What do you call it? Navy captain? I don't know. They has to have a relationship with Ridiculous Rage. What are we doing for the Navy captain? Naval commander? That sounds better. We could make the naval commander a woman. We are not setting this in historical accuracy, so how do you guys feel? Richter Rage, Ridiculous's forgotten brother-in-law. I already gave you a cute witch woman. You're not getting another one. It's a pirate zombie movie, you see. Pirate captain's ex-wife. Okay, why not? I kind of like that. Okay. Rage's ex-wife, and that means that he would be Patty's mother. Whoa. That's crazy. Maybe she thinks Patty is dead. What do you think? Or maybe... And she blames Ridiculous for his death. She thinks Patty is dead and blames Ridiculous. That's why she hates him. Yeah. Maybe Ridiculous never told her that he realized Patty was alive or had rediscovered Patty. There's got to be some reason that he never wanted to tell her. Maybe he just wanted his son for himself. We could just make him be selfish. He doesn't have to have a good reason. He just, yeah, exactly. Yar, I took the kid. He just wanted the kid. He didn't want, he wanted the kid. Yeah, cause she would want him to be in the Navy and all of that. And maybe also secretly because he knew that she had like crazy ambitions to raise up in the ranks and that a child would hold her back. Esther Windholm Chartier Bontham. And he calls her Windy. As in W-I-N-D-Y. Wait, I do kind of like that. Hold on. This is a ridiculous name. Esther Windholm Chartier Bontham. Windy. Windy is her nickname. Old Windbag! Shut up. That's so good. He calls her this old windbag. Affectionate. It's so stupid. She thinks Patty's dead and blames Richolas. Richolas never told her because he wanted his son for himself and also knew it would hold her back from her Navy dreams, I guess. Yeah. But what is her personality like? What are we thinking for her? The main reason she helps the pirate captain get the rum back, besides the zombie outbreak. Oh my gosh, yeah, she has to save their son! Because their son is gonna turn into a zombie. Yeah. Absolutely. But she's also gonna turn into a zombie because she also ended up stealing the rum. So they gotta save everybody. I would say also the reason that the Navy ends up getting defeated by the pirates and they save the pirates that were waylaid in the first place is because she's realizing at that time and is distracted and it just like, it causes enough chaos for the pirates to get the advantage. Himbo female? Is she a Jilbo? Okay, I kind of like her, what if she's like the opposite of Richolas Rage, where notorious for being a motherly figure, but in reality is harsh, strict, and maybe boorish. How do y'all think about that? She's like the complete opposite. But like there's all these rumors, like all these young boys like join like the ranks under her, thinking that they're gonna have this like really affectionate mother-like cat. Like she's got this really good reputation, but in reality it's not true. Yeah, and when that real intimate moment between Richolas and her comes, he calls her Esther. She's like, how dare you? You know that's my weakness. Hearing her name in his voice. No! It's romance! Maybe she's harsh and strict because she sees her lost son and all her young crew. Oh my god, wait, that's so sad. Wait, but that's so good. Because she sees her lost son in them. Yeah, she's really strict with them. It really does, at the end of the day, come from a place of love, because she lost her son at sea, maybe because he was doing something kind of silly on the boat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that. I like that. Why does your no sound like Sleepy's? Probably because we both have country accents. That could be that would be my best guess. Don't fight kites on a pirate ship. No, that's too stupid. The zombies are just a subplot now. No, 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 no. Because they are gonna have to fight the zombies, you know? And then some of them are gonna be turning into zombies as well over time. And then when the Navy realizes that the rum is... Because the Navy's gonna turn a lot quicker. And then they're gonna be like, why is this happening? Like, why are we turning quicker? And they're gonna realize it's the rum. And so then they all get like super, super wasted together. The plot is resolved with her moving on. The plot is resolved with them returning the rum to the resting place of the necromancer. And it appeases the curse, and all the zombies rest again. And those who weren't completely zombies yet stop turning into zombies. And then... yeah, they kind of like wink, wink, we never saw each other. And they go their own ways, I guess. The zombies are a part of this man. The oldest zombie will be the great-grandfather. Yeah, and there will always be one of, like, this friendly drunk zombie on the ship, you know? Yeah, Wendy wears glasses. Wendy definitely wears glasses. She doesn't allow drinking on their ship, so her men sneak some rum because they never get to normally have it. Wait, that's why they stole the rum in the first place. Wait, that is good. Cursed rum may genuinely be a new one, even if it's a bit related to the Cursed Gold and Pirates of the Caribbean. I think this is a different enough story that it's fine. It's different enough. No, I'm feeling glasses for her, not necessarily a monocle. Speaking of rum, the next Black Rose Lounge is going to be rum. And someone asked the other day if it was going to be white rum or dark rum, and I lied. And I said it was going to be dark rum. And that's only partially true, because it's going to be dark rum and light rum, so you have been warned. Yeah, aged rum. Dark rum. Yeah. But then you'll also need a white rum. A light rum. Remember that red rum backwards is murder! I know. I lied once again. I just can't help it. I had blue rum over the weekend. Was it good? I'd imagine that you see Esther's emotions come out when she has to drink the rum to slow the curse, which is when you find out the entire backstory. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's when they get drunk and they find out. You may go as long as I get to visit my son from time to time. I suppose his father can come too. She's tsundere! It's good. It's good. Should we spice it? I may have you guys spice it for one of the recipes. I haven't decided yet. I'm still working it out. But you may end up spicing your aged rum. We won't accidentally cause a zombie apocalypse at the next Black Rose Lounge, right? No, of course not. Of course not. Don't be crazy. Of course not. So is this movie supposed to be more scary or silly? I think it's safe to say it turned out silly, but this is not a surprise, considering my track record. Everything I touch becomes a comedy. I'm addicted to comedies. Wait, can Larry A. Live not go back to sleep? Like he joins the crew in the end? Oh my gosh, yes, because there should be like a really heartfelt scene where Patty's like saying goodbye to Larry A. Live. And he's like, I'm never gonna see you again. Thanks for being the best buddy a man could ever ask for. And then Larry A. Live is like, but then for whatever reason, plot reasons, Larry A. Live doesn't go back and does end up getting to join the crew. He was never a zombie, just very drunk. Shut up, no. Shut up, that's so stupid. There's no way. No, it's so stupid. Okay. I hate it. Is actually just a very drunk man. That's so dumb. Yeah, it's safe to say this has become a comedy. Yeah, at the very, very end of the movie. Yeah, maybe he's immune to the curse for some reason. Wow. Maybe he's immune to the curse because he's the first person to steal it. So it turns out that the curse hadn't been laid yet. So somehow it's like a loophole where he ended up not being cursed. His liver can distill anything. Yeah, he's the prototype. He's so drunk, he's immune. Or wait. What if it's that... Okay, what if it's that he stole the rum and he just never stopped drinking it? So like everybody else stole the rum, but because she loved the rum so much, like drinking the rum does like protect you from her magic, her evil magic, because she loved the rum so much and she poured her love into the rum. Like when she made her rum, she did not make it with evil intention. She loved making rum. This was very serious to her. And so her love of the rum, when you drink it, protects you from the evil curse, right? So everybody else turns into a zombie after they sober up, right? But he never sobers up. He literally just stays drunk. And so as long as he stays drunk, he'll never actually turn into a zombie. I guess the rum is not unlimited. But there should be a ton of it. Like she was hoarding it. She had so much rum, and it's only getting better with time. Ultimate drunken fist. Maybe he was friends with the Necro, so it's not stealing. So that's why he knew the Necro story. We could do something like that too. Maybe she had a soft spot for Larry Alive. All right, you guys. I think we did it. I think we did it. We have cooked once again. Yeah. Larry A. Live is just what Patty calls him. We don't know. Hieronymus Stokes. How are you coming up with this? We don't know what his actual name is. But Larry A. Live is just his nickname. Hollywood, get on it now. How's the zombie movie making going? It went in a completely different direction than I expected, but I do believe that we cooked. I believe we cooked. We've distilled a pretty good story. And the award for Best Picture goes to... It went in a perfect direction. I feel like I'm in the pan. You all are. You are in the pan. Shaun of the Dead has nothing on this. Do you guys still want to watch Shaun of the Dead? No! You have to make the zombies a ham-fisted allegory and poor sympathetic victims, and the humans are the real monsters. Adi Shankar and his Resident Evil. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me right now. Why are you saying cursed things? We should watch Resident... I want to watch Escape from Raccoon City for sure. But we can watch Shaun of the Dead too. Yeah, that's something we didn't really talk about. I do get kind of... I get burnt out if they lean too much into the humans are the real evil ones. I do think it's interesting to, in a survival, like especially like apocalypse setting, I do like I don't want it to be completely ignored that some people might be bad people. But I, like Walking Dead, for example, I think took it too far at a certain point. Like it was interesting at first and then it just got really exhausting for me. I think you can like take it too far at a certain point. So this went in a completely different direction, so it wouldn't be relevant to the story that we wrote. But if we were writing like an apocalypse zombie story of that type, I would really want to keep it, you know, keep it like touches of showing that humanity can also be evil and that there are going to be people who will try to take advantage of a tragedy like that. But for the most part, it would be like humanity trying to cooperate and survive. He calls the ship Windy Hag because he named the ship after the only woman he ever loved. Wait, stop. That's... No! No! Runatics, how do you feel about hags here? How do we feel about hags? I actually didn't mind Negan. I didn't mind Negan. I was still enjoying the series at that point. It was crazy, but I was enjoying it. It was really when they got to the big city, that's when I rage quit. But I've talked about that multiple times. Hags are pretty good, I guess. We love older women. Hag love. Yeah, Alexandria, I think, is when I got tired of it. Time to hag Max. I love women of my age. Not me, though. I'm older than you. I'm 96 years old. You're all babies to me. Close enough. I'm 98 years old, you whippersnapper. I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a second. I didn't keep up with the TV show very much after a certain point, but I read the comics up until, was it called Alexandria? The one, like the big fortified city that they found with like the armored guards and stuff. It was during that arc that I got really sick of it and was like, I don't want to read this anymore. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that dropped it after that then. Yeah, I got to there too and just sort of dropped it. Okay, me too? All right, it wasn't just me. It wasn't just me. Okay, that makes me feel so validated. Yes, because it was getting repetitive. Yes, it really was. It was like, oh, we found a new community. Everything's gonna be good. We'll set up here. And then disaster strikes and everything gets destroyed and they have to go on the run and they find another community and they're gonna set up here and everything's gonna be good. And then disaster happens and it all gets destroyed over and over and over again. Bruh. So they did Glenn dirty in the show. Okay, so I got some context for this that I did not understand from a coworker. I was talking to a coworker who watched it because I wasn't watching at that point. So I think I misunderstood all of the Glenn drama. This is gonna be Walking Dead spoilers if you care, because in the comic, yeah, Negan like bashes Glenn's head in, like that happens. And I, like, the way I interpreted the drama was that everybody was pissed that that happened because Glenn was, like, a fan favorite character and everyone really loved him. And I thought everybody was just butthurt that he died. And I remember thinking that was kind of silly because I thought, well, I mean, that's literally what happens. Like, it's not like they made it up. Like, that's what happens in the book. Like, and I thought it was well done as far as part of the story. But then I got the context that I guess like the season before, they did like a huge fake out death with Glenn, where it seemed like Glenn died to like a horde of zombies. But then at like the beginning of the, so like a whole like in between seasons went by and everybody thought Glenn was dead, only for him to be brought back at the next season in kind of like a BS way. And then he ends up dying. And apparently that's actually why people were mad about it, which makes a whole lot more sense. Because that adds like an extra level to his death that then just makes it feel a lot cheaper. Whereas that didn't happen. Unless I'm completely forgetting it, I don't think that that happened in the comic. They brought him back and then quickly killed him off. Yeah. It's been a really long time since I've read it, so it's possible that I'm misremembering it, but I don't remember there being a fake out Glenn death. I just remember the actual Glenn death, which was brutal, but I mean, there's lots of brutal deaths in the show. Like, I was always kind of confused why that one ticked people off so much, and I thought it was just because they really, really liked him, but it makes more sense if they did like a fake out. To be fair, Glenn did die in the same way. The 50%, you guys. The 50%. It's shocking. Without fail. Without fail. Dale was probably the worst handled death in the show. Dale, wait. I can't remember the characters' names. Is Dale the one that gets eaten by the cannibals? With the RV? Dale was the old man. Okay, yeah, the one that got eaten by the cannibals. Oh, wait, how did they kill him in the show? If I remember correctly, he gets bitten. And he goes off to die by himself, right? And then he gets like kidnapped by this family that's like cannibalizing people. But then he tells them like they're keeping him alive and they're like cutting off his limbs like one by one to like eat him, and then he tells them that he's been bit, and so then they freak out. Wrong guy, wrong guy? Wait, what was that? The RV guy? The old man? Wait, Dale's last name was Horvath. Who is Dale? That's the RV guy. You guys know who I'm talking about. Yeah, I think maybe he wore a bucket hat? Man, it's been so long. Old bald guy in season 1 and 2. Now I gotta look up Walking Dead characters. Walking Dead RV guy. Wait, why does that actually come up? Wait, his name is Dale Horvath. Wait a minute, his name is Dale Horvath. That's actually insane. He's related to Hilton. Oh my god! Oh my god! That must be why that's a name that can get generated. I bet Horvath is in there on purpose in Zomboid as a reference. I bet it is. Oh my god, Hilton! Hilton is related to Dale Horvath. That's crazy. It makes sense because Dale's in Georgia. That's not that far away from Kentucky. This is extended Hilton lore. Okay, but you guys were not talking about Dale. I was thinking you were talking about Dale. So Dale in the comic, if I remember correctly, dies, he gets bitten and then he gets eaten by the cannibals. I don't remember what happened to him in the show. You guys were talking about... Wait, who are you talking about again? I gotta scroll back up. Not Dale. Who did you say got done dirty? Oh no, you did say Dale. You did say Dale. Dale was probably the worst handled death in the show. Okay. So then how did Dale die in the show? Let me look at the Wikipedia. The character's death in the latter half of the second season of the show marks a significant departure from the comics, where Dale survived much longer. In both media, he is shown to be the group's primary moral center. Oh, they killed him early. In the television series... Season 1, Season 2... Let's see... During the night, he paces around the farm only to be ambushed and disemboweled by a walker Carl earlier encountered. In great pain and mortally wounded, he is shot in the head by Daryl as a mercy killing. An action Dale seems to approve of as he raises his head to Rick's gun that Daryl took gently from Rick's hand. Oh, yeah, they killed him way early then. Because the actor wanted to be written off, so they gave him a stupid death. Oh, I see. No, his death in the comic was fun. Let me make sure I'm not making this up. Yeah, okay. When Dale awakens, the leader Chris introduces himself and tells Dale that they are eating him piece by piece. However, Dale has the last laugh, as he is infected and will spread the disease to the hunters. Furious, the hunters beat him up and try to induce vomiting. Then they leave Dale's unconscious body in front of Gabriel Stokes' church to use him as bait. Dale is carried into the church by the other survivors and is laid down in a bed. He explains that his reason for hiding his bite to Andrea, the comics did Andrea dirty too, and makes his peace with Rick, thanking him. Dale admits that while it is easy for the group to blame Rick for many of the deaths that occurred, they also have to credit him for being alive as well. Later that night, Dale passes away and Andrea shoots him in the head to prevent him from turning. Yeah. That does happen to a guy, but his name is Bob. Oh, so they gave that plot point to somebody else. Interesting. Funny enough, the last city found actually lives. The Philadelphia, right? Isn't it Philadelphia in The Walking Dead? That's like totally fine. Or is it Pennsylvania as a whole? Well, we're kind of done talking about our own. I think we've set the groundwork enough. So I'm probably gonna wrap. Oh my gosh, it's like 10:30. I'm gonna wrap up stream here. But then I was gonna wrap up stream and then I got distracted talking about The Walking Dead. Just like the Game of Thrones, the source material didn't get followed and the writing kind of suffered for it. I remember there were some things that I liked though, because Carol, right, was her name? Walking Dead Carol. Yes, Carol. I liked what they did with her in the show way more than what happened in the comic. Because Carol was really annoying and lame in the comic, and it was kind of a relief when she dies. And if I remember correctly, she like literally goes crazy, wants to have a threesome with Lori and Rick, gets rejected, then like ties up a zombie to a post and then like lets the zombie eat her, if I remember correctly. But in the show, she was so cool. Yeah, she was BA in the show, and I liked that Carol a lot better. I don't think I'm making this up. I'm pretty sure that's what happens in the comic. That's how I remember it. And Daryl and his brother, right? They're only in the show, and I liked them too. Yeah, there was some like censorship that they did in the show that I actually approved of personally. I was like, I can do with some aspects of this violence being omitted. Thumbs up. But now I want to reread The Walking Dead. And I don't have time for that, okay? I haven't even read the latest One Piece chapter yet, man. I'm so behind. Did you finish Discworld yet? No, I've actually haven't been reading anything new from Discworld yet. I haven't started a new book yet. I need to. We're on break next week? Bro, as in this week? I know, so much media. I keep streaming. Season 1 of The Walking Dead was the best. That tone should have been kept for the first season. I did like the first season. I did. Oh, okay, we get one this week. Okay, I see. All right. I gotta wrap up stream, you guys. You keep distracting me. Thank you so much for... Oh, I owe you guys points. Hold on. I put it on my calculator earlier. Yeah, I owe you guys like 500 points. That's crazy. You guys oined... You oined so many points. Look at that. That's crazy. Yeah, like 5,000 points. No. 500 points. Look at that. You've never been closer to being back, ever. Why is my cat taking a nap right beside his litter box? That is literal bonkers behavior. What are you doing? Let me just count in my room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 platforms on cat towers that he could lay on. 15 platforms that he could lay on, as well as my bed, as well as my entire carpet, as well as the 6-foot stuffed crocodile animal that I have that he could lay on. And what is he doing? He's laying out in the hallway on the mat right next to his litter box. What is he doing? No. It's like, yeah, like when you're sick and you just have to camp out in the bathroom. When you have to like bring a pillow into the bathroom and lay on the floor. That's horrible. That's horrible. Not my baby. Sometimes simplicity is best. All these places for him to lay. He could also lay in my lap. People get that sick. Have you never been that sick before? Holy moly. Dude. Yes, I've been that sick before. Like, so sick that like you can barely move without puking. Like, you just gotta lay there in the floor because you know in a few minutes you're gonna need to puke again, and you just, like, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. I had COVID like 3 times. I actually never got it. I think I'm super immune. Does that, not to sound like I've got main character syndrome, but you know how they said that some people just like never, like, couldn't get it? I think that was me. I was really careful about it in the beginning, so it didn't surprise me at first that I didn't catch it, because I was very careful. I didn't want to get sick, man. But then when things started like becoming more lax and it wasn't spreading as much and didn't seem as dangerous, I did have like a few really close calls. Like, I went to a convention with one of my friends and we shared the room together, we shared food together, sat right next to each other, like we're with each other, you know, a lot in very close proximity, and like literally drank from the same drink. And then when she, like the day after the convention, she messaged me and was like, I tested positive for COVID, like I'm so sorry. I thought for sure, like I thought it was over. I was like, there's no way I didn't get it. And I tested every day for like a whole week and I never tested positive. Like I just didn't have it. And it was the same thing when Tenma got sick, and I didn't get it then either. Even though I had been in close proximity with Tenma too. I was like, and I tested every day to make sure, and I was never positive. So either I'm crazy lucky or I'm one of those people who doesn't get it. Built different. Cause it would be one thing. I would think that maybe I just didn't have symptoms, because I know a lot of people are asymptomatic, but I actually took tests every day to make sure that I didn't have it. And I never tested positive. I did get super sick at one point while it was all going down, and I thought for sure I had it. I thought for sure, but I didn't. I actually had RSV because I went to the doctor and I got tested. And I was negative for COVID, but I was positive for RSV. And also, that sucked. That really sucked. I was so sick. It was awful, but probably not as bad as having COVID, so I'll take it. The environment plays a part too. For years, I never really got sick, and then I moved to my current place, and now I get sick frequently. Yeah, that makes sense for sure. Distracted by The Walking Dead, distracted by code. No! I have to go to bed! I'm Evie! And by bed, I mean, I might watch John Wick 2 if my friends are up. Maybe they'll be down. I gotta go. Your hair is purple? No. It's coral. So the first one, yeah, I watched the first one last night. It was okay. It was definitely a cool movie. It was fun. It was a good watch. It wasn't what I expected. because I was sold on it thinking it was gonna be campier, like a little crazier. It was definitely a good movie. It just wasn't quite what I expected, but I've heard that as the series goes on, it gets more ridiculous, and that's kind of what I want from it, so I'm excited to keep watching. The second one is worse in my opinion. Yeah, I'm probably gonna like it better. That's what I want. That's what I wanted. I want it to get worse. I want it to be stupid. Yeah, make it silly. All right, so I have to go now. I'm not streaming tomorrow. I don't know if I'll stream on Thursday. But on Friday, if you like zombies, I will be finishing Resident Evil 1. I'm playing Jill's route for the first time, and I'm gonna finish it on Friday. So, yeah. There could be Zomboid on Thursday. It's not unlikely. But we'll see. We'll see. Because I've also been streaming so much lately, and clearly I'm tired. Am I tired because I'm streaming too much, or am I tired because instead of going to bed, I'm watching movies? It's a mystery. It's a mystery that cannot be solved. Who could say? It's a thinker. It's a thinker, you guys. But for now, it is bittersweet. But I must say farewell. Give glory to the runes. For my love and affection is forever with you. Bye-bye. Drink some rum to stay safe out there. Drink some rum. Bye-bye.